drinking wouldn't have allowed me to explore this other area of me and kind of was keeping me at this level. Like drinking, when you're drinking a lot, never elevates you. It never progresses you forward. All it does is just keep you here. Keeps you here. You know, you never have heard anybody ever say that I am really glad I started drinking again. Nobody's ever said that because there's no reason to be glad if you've stopped and you've seen the positive aspects that drinking has made towards your life being improved in every way, shape, or form. It's like there's no reason to look back, and that's where I'm sitting right now. I'm really not even like, oh, I'm 100 days sober. I hope I can make it 100 more. I'm almost like drinking isn't even a thing for me anymore. I don't drink, and life has gotten so much better without drinking in every way. So I know a lot of people hit me up on Twitter about being sober. I know a lot of people always ask me questions about it. So I've been thinking about this for a long time. I want to form a place where people can get together and talk about issues with addiction. It doesn't have to be limited to alcohol. It can be any other addiction. I know there's every addiction out there. And even if you're having a hard time in life with depression, if you're having a hard time in life with your family, with work, anything, I know that everybody needs somebody to talk to, and not everybody has somebody to talk to. So I'm going to use Ruin Your Day as a platform for that. Every week on Wednesdays, I haven't decided a time yet, probably around 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to have Ruin Your Day live for an hour. And basically what's going to be happening is the chat is going to be live, and that's going to be used as the floor for everybody to talk. I might be on a video feed answering questions to the chat. I might pull up some music that Ruin Your Day made to play. I might play some video in the background. It's going to be sort of a free-form vehicle type of feed. There's not going to be really a set thing that we're doing. The only thing that I want to go on is I want people to feel like it's a safe place to come into and talk and vent, talk to other people, maybe give advice. I'll be in there if anybody wants to ask any questions about being sober. I can give whatever advice I can for that. And yeah, essentially, I just think there needs to be a place like that. I think AA works really well for a lot of people because it's a community. It's a strong-knit community. You have a sponsor that holds you accountable for not drinking. You have other people that are going through the same thing as you. You realize there's a whole world out there of people that just don't drink. And that's rare these days, honestly. So I want there to be a place like that on Ruin Your Day that's doesn't have to be just limited to alcohol. It could be anything. You know, like my parents went through some heart problems this year, and that really devastated me. So, you know, I needed somebody to talk to about that. My ex-girlfriend's dog that I really love got cancer. My close friend just had cancer. So it's been tough for me as well this year, and I'm really thankful that I've had Ruin Your Day to talk to you guys about battle rap and forget about the troubles in my life, but I want to give back, and I want to create a platform where we can all come together and sort of be each other's shoulder to lean on every now and then. So just wanted to make this video to talk about me getting sober, my experience with it. Honestly, to wrap this up, being sober is like probably the best thing that's happened to me in a long time. Me breaking up with my ex-girlfriend that I love to this day has been the best thing that's ever happened to me too as well. It's really like jump-started me to make big improvements in my life that I'm really proud of. And yeah, I mean, I think anybody out there that's struggling with addiction, the first question you need to ask for yourself, if you're thinking that you might have a drug problem, alcohol problem, any sort of problem, is if I'm asking myself if I have a problem, I might have a problem. Do you want to take the next step to solving it? Do you want to get clean? Do you want to get sober? And all I can say is being sober is amazing. It's great. I would never trade it for anything. It works really well for me. Other people can drink responsibly. I'm not one of those people. I can't drink responsibly at all. So yeah, guys, I just want to thank you all for helping me through my year of sobriety. You guys really made a huge difference in my life. I want to thank everybody out there that supported Ruin Your Day, all the patrons, all the people that did a watch episode, all the guests, all the people that tuned in for watch, everybody that bought merch, everybody that bought music. It means the world to me. So thank you guys. Boom. Sup, everybody? Welcome to Ruin an Hour, a safe place to talk about anything from sobriety, addiction, depression, anxiety, balance in life. My name is Kyle Gray. I'm the host of this show on this channel. We're live Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and Sundays at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. 2 times a week. Come join us. Talk about anything. Absolutely anything. How's everybody doing today? Oh yeah, you guys can kind of see the affirmations on the wall. I would show you, but it's really hard to show on this. See how terrible I am with this? Alright, there we go. Man, what the fuck? Why do I suck? I guess my brain just doesn't work like that. But they're everywhere. If I could spin this way without being weird. There we go. So yeah, they're all over the wall. I made these positive affirmations that I put all over my wall. Did that like a month or 2 ago when this quarantine first started, and I gotta say it's really helped me in my daily mental headspace. As you guys may or may not know, I read every day. I always try to start my day off reading some sort of book that's like motivating. I've been reading this book, 101 Essays That Will Change the Way You Think. It's amazing. Go pick this book up. I'm halfway through it. I read it every day, and like I just read a chapter every day. So like the chapter I read today was the 6 pillars of self-esteem, why it's not how you feel, but what you think you're capable of. And then another chapter was why you shouldn't seek comfort. But really awesome ways just to kind of start your day off on the right foot. Reading a little bit, I feel like, is the best way to really create your day from a good perspective every day and get it just going in a good manner, rather than just jumping on social media. Which is what I used to do, and I still kind of do. Like, you know, after I read, I'll get on, like, Twitter, which isn't the best thing, you know, but I'm getting better at it, for sure. But yeah, aside from that, yeah, totally the sports bar of affirmations, yeah. My room looks like an art gallery, for sure, of affirmations. I like it, but it has helped a lot, I will say, to say the least. But yeah, I mean, reading is really good. It's a good way to start your day off correctly. That's my new addiction, social media. Yeah, it's easy to get addicted to social media. It's really easy. It's a very powerful thing. I've definitely weaned myself off social media tremendously. Like, I used to have Twitter and everything on my phone, and I would be on my phone all the time when I was around people. And really what it does is it takes you out of being present in the moment. And that's something that you should always be striving towards, being more present, because the present is the only reality. Being present is the most important thing you can do for yourself, period, is to show up for yourself during the present. And if you're constantly on your phone and looking for that safe space and that safe gratification and just that fix of being on social media, then you're not really in the moment. You're not really living, in my opinion. I took social media off my phone, so therefore I can't really get on it all the time. I can only go on social media on my computer, and I only have one form of social media now, that's Twitter. I do use Facebook kind of still, but yeah. I feel like I've been addicted to Twitter lately, but it's really important to read about what's been going on for the past 2 weeks. I don't read anything else on Twitter. Yeah, for sure. I mean, Twitter is a great news source. That's very true. I use that for news as well. I just feel like sometimes the news in itself can be a form of like you can only digest so much of it till it becomes sort of toxic in a way, and even if it's all true, um, it's kind of like if you just read about the atrocities that are going on globally constantly. It's like, yeah, they are. There's a lot of that, and there is a lot of merit to being educated and aware of everything going around you. But there also is a lot of merit to what you ingest as far as media becoming a part of you. So if you're constantly just ingesting all this fear and all this terrible news, and I feel like it really becomes a part of you. Um, so, I don't know. Twitter is good for news for sure, but I definitely the thing I don't like about Twitter, as far as the news goes, and this is very much how kind of the media in general is nowadays. The media focus is very much on like man hunt, witch hunt, mob mentality, where they like cancel people and like drag people, where it's all kind of about look at this person, look at this person doing this wrongdoing. Let's get him the fuck out of here, And it becomes super like super mob mentality rather than looking at a solution for those things, rather than just like get rid of this person, they're a bad egg. Like imagine like honestly if like people could cancel me, they would cancel me a million times for all the terrible things that I've been doing, that I've done in my life. It's like, like imagine if like, oh, like this guy shot porn for 2 years behind his girlfriend's back and like all this other horrible things, like, like if that came to light ever, and I was trying to hide it or something like that, instead of like professing it online all the time, it's like I would be canceled. But it's like I think that sometimes we're just too quick to like jump the gun on not giving somebody a second chance and the benefit of the doubt, I feel, or like a chance to change too. Do you find yourself getting overwhelmed with all the news we are waterboarded with right now? Amanda, I like that term, waterboarded with news. Yeah, for sure. I definitely get overwhelmed with it, to say the least. Especially when all the protests were like really heavy. I feel like now there's been a lot more peaceful ones, and there's not as much news of people being like just straight up assaulted all the time. And yeah, it's definitely overwhelming, to be honest. And I'm still kind of on the fence about the protests and everything. Like I said, when I went to that protest last week, did feel like, I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. I think a lot of people use the protest as a photo opportunity, and they treat the protests like Coachella, where it's like people dancing at protests. Always kind of confused me, because I'm like, what is there to celebrate right now? Why are we dancing? Like, this is we're coming together over an injustice, We're not here to like party. So it always confused me, because like the protests I went to, there was a bunch of people dancing, and I was kind of like put off by that. It was kind of like, seems like people are just here to, so, I don't know, like be seen maybe, and like have fun. I don't know. It's just like, so. But yeah, I mean, like constantly consuming the news, and especially with all the just extreme stuff coming on. A plus. I went to the one last week downtown that started in front of City Hall and ended in front of the police headquarters. They linked up with the one at Pershing Square, so it was like they joined together, and they marched around downtown. So, but yeah, I mean, it's really just up to you to like really gauge your intake of media, just like it's up to you to gauge your intake of diet, and to know what's like healthy for you. There is a such thing as too much news, and it's bad.
Like, because most of the news is not really focused on solutions or how to help people. It's mostly focused on mob mentality and bad, extremely negative events that will really just bring you down. Um, it's kind of like if you were thinking about yourself and you were like, oh man, I've done all these terrible things, and all you did was just think about the terrible things you've done over and over, rather than think about, oh, well, this is what I learned from doing that. Oh, I touched fire. Ooh, it's hot. I'm not going to do that again. You know? So I've struggled with that too. I want to share what I'm seeing when I go because I find it to be important. I also want my friends to know I'm supporting, but it's not a badge of honor. Yeah, for sure. I get that. Fabo, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, I totally understand that, Amy, as well. So I get the concept of sharing. It makes sense to me. Um, I just feel it would be lying if it was to say that it wasn't like a little off-putting when I went there and it was like mostly young white people. But it's like for all intensive purposes, I'm a young white person there too. So who am I to like separate myself from that? So yeah, but aside from that, everything's been going good. I shot those battles yesterday. Do I think things would ever change? I don't know. I have no idea. I was thinking about that. I was thinking about just if how quickly. I mean, I guess quickly is like a relative term, but how fast the police officers got charged with second-degree murder. Um, I think that could be like a good barometer for change in the future, especially if things happen and things get out, if people start being afraid of global rioting and looting when such atrocity is committed by people that are supposed to protect us, if there's an actual fear of the public, uh, of fear of the public seeking justice when justice needs to be served, I think that might change something. I think if because then it's like then the powers that be will be quicker to solve those issues when they come up. I've been hesitant to go to the protests. I thought support everything that's going on and people of color, but after seeing the violence in the news, it made me hesitant to go. We can show our support in different ways, though. Yeah, man, 100%. You can like contribute to tons of different organizations that help. Going to protesting is helping, but that's not the only form of help, and that's definitely, I would say, not the most efficient form of helping. I mean, I guess it's kind of unfair to like put them on a scale of values and like which is more efficient, which is better. But you shouldn't feel guilty for not going. I don't think it's required, and yeah, I don't think it's something you should feel guilty about not attending at all. Um, as long as you're like if you're spreading the knowledge, and I definitely think me and Amy have talked about this before. As being a white person, I think your responsibility isn't to like necessarily show up to these protests. Your responsibility is to educate yourself on white privilege, and that's just something that you can do yourself. That's something that I definitely need to do more of. So yeah. And also, Kilroy, I echo what you said. Just being a humane person is a form of support. Do you think it's good to be in close groups with the virus still intact? I wanted to go out and support, but I don't want to risk it. My country of Ireland is on the cusp of opening back up again. Stay. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing your name correctly. I think, personally, I think it's just do what you're going to do, man. I went out to a protest, and there was hundreds of people there. None of us were social distancing. It's like we're all like next to each other. Battles that filmed on my roof yesterday, there was like literally like fucking almost 40 people on my roof. So it's not like I'm like dapping people up or anything like that. I'm definitely being safe. Um, but I just I don't know. I'm definitely like not like all bets are off. I'm gonna go like do whatever the fuck I want. I'm still gonna be as safe as I can, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna be as healthy as I possibly can. So I think it's safe to go out and do a protest, for sure. Things will definitely change after this. This incident touched the whole world. This issue is impossible to ignore. It's just going to take time. Word up. Do you think that the police will treat everyone differently now that they know that what will happen if they don't that everyone equally with respect? Possibly. I mean, I would like to think that. I don't have high hopes for the organization because I think the organization and the entire system is corrupt and just built upon white supremacy in general. So I'm not very optimistic. I would love to be proven wrong, though. I think as long as you're being active and doing something, that's the main thing. Having knowledge over the history of black culture and white privilege is the ammo you need. Yep, 100%, man. Agree with that. Yeah, JJ. I mean, a lot of people were wearing masks, but a lot of people weren't, to be honest. Has anyone physically went out on the protesting streets? It's crazy on the front line. Yeah, I mean, I was physically there, but it's like the one I went to was pretty peaceful. They even protested in Japan over this. Crazy how this impacted the world. Yeah, for sure. For sure, it's really wild how this impacted the world. It's just it's wild in general, you know. Oh, or short for Steven. All right, cool, man. Of course. Good to have you in here. But yeah, with all the stuff happening in the world right now, I know that it's like also really hard to if you're like on a journey of sobriety or of any other nature, that it's really hard to kind of keep on this the tone of having an even keel, especially if you have anxiety. I know that this stuff that's going on in the world is definitely probably not good for anxiety, but I think that the feeling of uncomfortability is necessary in something like this. So I'm kind of one that thinks this is all for the greater good. Even when the riots and looting was happening, it's like obviously I don't agree with any business being broken into at all, but I empathize with it a great deal, and people just that don't have anything that want something, or that people just don't know how to direct their anger in a correct way, and this is kind of the answer, you know. So. My anxiety has actually decreased since working from home. Office politics with so much pressure. I've changed my diet and I feel more relaxed. That's amazing, man. That's really good. That is great. Changing your diet is so important for everything in life. I think having a healthy diet means the world, honestly. George, I have a quick question. My brother has replaced his drinking habit with unhealthy eating. He's gained 25 pounds in a short time. I'm wondering if it'll be asking too much to bring it up to him. Nah, it's not asking too much. I think at the end of the day, you're just wanting him to be healthy. It's not anything beyond that. You could just be like, I would word it in a way that's saying, it's great that you curbed your drinking. That's amazing, and you're so much healthier for it. I'm a bit concerned because you're gaining a lot of weight right now. Let's work together to see if we can, get a better eating plan and work out together, exercise, Because if you value your health, then you should value your health across the board. You shouldn't just quit one vice and then just pick up another. You know, that's like people that quit drinking and then just smoke cigarettes and drink coffee all day. You know, it's like it's really just like you're just vice juggling at that point, and you're pleasure seeking, pleasure chasing. It's in a really weird way. All of this chaos seems to have all but eliminated my anxiety. I'm more angry than anxious, and I can be super productive when I'm angry. Well, Amy, I'm sorry to hear that you're angry, but it's very understandable. But that's really incredible. Your anxiety has decreased through all this. That's really impressive. Of course, George. KB, I'll post the round for round current standings once I get done with this. Currently editing B. Dot versus the Saga. I woke up super early today and I started editing that. It's pretty fucking good. I gotta say, that's definitely one of the best battles I've ever filmed. That's dropping on Monday on the URL TV app. Shiv, hope you're safe and doing good as well. Well, Amanda, I'm in my room right now. There's other people out in the regular room that I usually film in. You know what I'm talking about. So I just figured I'd film in my room today because it's quicker and I'm alone in here. It's easier. Honestly, I have a roommate and his friend, his ex, stays with us every now and then, and sometimes it is awkward when I'm doing these shows and there's people around me. It like cracks my focus a little bit. It'd be like, imagine like talking, like imagine me doing this show and there's like beyond the camera, there's just people walking in the background or like in the kitchen to the right of me, like making coffee or something. It's really distracting. So sometimes I like to just get in my room and shut the door so I can just be like in here with you guys and just like focused, you know. But yeah, so that's why I'm in my room right now. But yeah, as far as everything else is going, what's the curfew situation where you are? Ours got lifted early, effective immediately today in NYC. The curfew hasn't been in place in LA for 2 days, I think. We haven't had curfew for 2 days. So there's no curfew today. There wasn't any yesterday, and the day before that, we didn't have curfew. But, you know, earlier this week, when all that stuff went down in Santa Monica, the curfew where I live, which is like not technically Santa Monica, but I'm like 4 blocks from Santa Monica, the curfew was 2 p.m., which is fucking gnarly. 2 p.m. curfew. You know, it's not like I go outside. It's like I go outside to run. You know, that's pretty much it. But so yeah, 2 p.m. is laughable. It's really wild. Did you see the new video of the HIP Black Lives Matter protest? No. What's that? HIP. COVID is still around. COVID is still around. Oh, the Highland Park protest. No, I did an A+, but I mean, you know, I used to live there. I really miss Highland Park like a lot. I love that area of Los Angeles. I don't like where I live. Like, it's just a bunch of transient white people where I live, and it's the worst. But no, I didn't see the Black Lives Matter Highland Park protest. It's dope. I saw that the Greyhound, that restaurant, was giving out free food to people, which is awesome. I used to get pizza from that Italian restaurant next door there all the time. That was another life. But yeah, it's crazy that curfews are getting lifted. I guess it's not crazy. It should happen. It's ridiculous we had curfews in the first place. But yeah, COVID is still around, you know. It's not like it just went away, but it's interesting that there's all these protests going on, and it's like there might be a spike in COVID now because of that. Oh, that's awesome, Amy. That's really awesome that they were prioritizing testing for protesters. Oh wow, that's yeah. I would honestly though I would be kind of surprised if the NFL went forward with just packing out the stadium. That would really surprise me. But it's also going to be really weird if football they play in empty stadiums. That's going to be really strange. You're a Steelers fan too, so how do you feel about Roethlisberger, Big Ben? Isn't he gone? Drew Salem, what's up? How you doing? I was on the verge of getting coffee today. That's something new. I haven't drank coffee for like almost a fucking year. Um, but I woke up really early today. It's like 5:30 to to do all this, and I was like, man, I kind of want some coffee right now, and I didn't get any. Stayed strong. Just drink a bunch of water. Boom. Feeling okay. A little tired, but it's all good. I got the B-Dot Saga battle was incredible. It's like one of the best battles I've ever filmed. I'm editing it right now. Amanda, thank you. Hope you're waking up early too as well. But I'm feeling good. I'm a little bit tired just because I woke up early, and then yesterday was a pretty long day. Between filming battles and then also these rooftop battles, a lot of it is honestly like babysitting, like the battlers. Like I have to like make sure they get to my house, let them in, make sure they have weed, make sure that they get to my roof, and then like a bunch of other people show up that I'm like, who are these people? These like random people that are on my roof. So I'm a little bit tired, but today at 6 p.m. we're gonna film Twerk versus Danny Myers, and then Coffee versus KCJ. So 2 more battles. Yo, I haven't worn the pennant you made. I actually have it like right here. Still got it though, man. I still got the pennant. I was gonna make it into something. But yeah. Shit's fire. Still got it, bro. Whoop, whoop, whoop. But I would love to like make it into like a chain or something, maybe a choker, since that's all the rage now, right? People wear chokers. I know nothing about jewelry, as you can tell. I like have no fashion sense at all. I wear like tank tops all the time. Any advice on breaking an addiction to bad food? I've previously lost nearly 30 pounds, but I can't seem to break my bad food habits. I feel terrible after eating out, but in the moment, it's like, yep, worth it. Well, I mean, I think CRS Flow, the biggest thing about eating good is literally what you kind of said, is thinking about how the food will make you feel. I'm not perfect by any means. I eat bad a lot. Yesterday I ate a whole fucking pizza and like a fucking pint of ice cream alone. Oh shit, Amanda, let's go. That's amazing. So yeah, it's I think like just thinking about how the food will make you feel, like eating like A+ said, like fruits and vegetables, like they make you feel so much better than eating a pizza or eating like meat or like a burger, because it's like after I eat those things I never feel good. I feel horrible. But after I eat like healthy foods, I feel great and I feel energized. For example, it's like I wanted to drink coffee this morning, and I knew after I would drink coffee, I would feel terrible. Like I wouldn't feel good. But if I just drank water, I would feel amazing. So I think that's the best thing to get into that habit of feeling what of feeling or thinking about what the foods will actually make you feel like. And you can apply that to actually anything in life, any addiction. After I drink this beer, will I really feel better about my day? Will this really take my problems away? No, and it's like, is it, if you're like not an alcoholic like myself, it's not bad to have a drink every once in a while. But when it becomes a habit, it's like you don't need that habit. The habits that you need are the healthy habits that will make your life better. Exercising, making your bed, brushing your teeth, like getting a haircut, showering, like simple stuff that's going to enrich your life and make your life better. Constantly doing something like eating cake, drinking, smoking weed constantly, smoking cigarettes, in my opinion, that doesn't really put you forward anyway. All that does is just keep you at the level you're at or make you worse. It's not going to improve your life by smoking weed every single day. It's not going to improve your life by having a beer every day. It's not going to improve your life by eating ice cream every day. It's going to either just make your life stay the same or make your life worse. On the flip side of that, exercising every day will improve your life. Showering every day will improve your life. Cleaning your room every day will improve your life. And eating healthy every day will improve your life. Eating a good meal will make you feel better. It'll be better for your body. It's putting the correct vitamins and nutrients you need in your life, need into your body that you need. So I think that's just the thing that I try to think about all the time now is like, what am I going to feel like after this? Like, what is this really going to do for me? Yeah, for sure, Amanda. Like, cleaning is so therapeutic, for sure. The problem is when people use these substances to cope because they usually turn to it rather than working through a problem productively or naturally. Yeah, 100%. And that's the thing is everybody, like, I feel like that's a society issue too. Is like, that phrase, "Ooh, I need a drink." Like, even that phrase is like, "Ooh, I need this thing to cope with my hardships," rather than just working through them. And people like the term that I've been hearing a lot recently that doesn't resonate with me is people saying I need to just do something to get out of my head. And that always confuses me because I'm wondering why you need to get out of your head. Your head is where everything is thought about, where like you problem solve, like why do you need to escape yourself? Like, if anything, you should go deeper into you, go deeper into like what makes you tick. Hell yeah, Benny, put those cigs down, bro. You don't fucking need those. They ain't doing shit for you, honestly. I smoked cigars for a really long time. I haven't smoked a cigar in a year and a half. So, and I've even thinking about smoking a cigar now honestly kind of grosses me out. Like just the taste of it and like, I don't know. I think when you truly do get to a state that you're not like chasing a buzz anymore, life becomes so much more amazing. And like when you become open to pain and more so, like, I'm not trying to act like I'm like a super strong person like at all, like, because I every every day I kind of struggle with a lot of things. But when you become more open to pain being the best teacher and pain showing you the answers that you need, life gets, there's a lot of clarity in life. Like I think about when I used to drink all the time and when I would just pleasure chase everything, like not only like drinking a lot, but just like being a sex crazed maniac. Like my days were so numb. Like my life was so numb. I was just numb all the time. I can't even really think about what it's like to be drunk anymore. Like it's so non-appealing to me to be wasted. Like it feels almost like I kind of have a knee-jerk reaction to it. Like, oh, I don't want any part of that. Like, would rather be here in the moment, alive, awake. I'm a Scorpio, so I tend to be very routine. I know if I can do do the hard part of changing something, it'll become routine and easy. The hardest part is starting. I'm a Scorpio as well. Yeah, I mean, routines are really important for sure. Routines are very important. And if you can get healthy routines, it's even better, you know. Benny, thank you, man. Thank you for being in here. You know me, bruv? Of course, dude, and thank you for the pennant. Yeah, he's smoking the piff. That's what he was doing. I walked for the first time today around my neighborhood in the AM while listening to my favorite band. Think I'm gonna do that more often. Hell yeah, dude. Metal Mickey. That's amazing. Like headphone time and like going outside and just like when I woke up this morning, I went to the corner store to buy some water, which is not the best thing. This is so wasteful buying one of these every day. Waste so much plastic. I know I'm a piece of shit. That's definitely something I need to change. But even like walking outside, I was like, God, I love morning. Like I love the sunrise, and there's not a lot of people out. It just feels like you're starting the day off on like a good foot, you know. I've been clean for 9 years, started at 16 till I was 25. I now work at a clinic to help people get clean. Being able to help other addicts keeps it fresh for me. Definitely, I can see that. Be of service to other people. That's 100% a very good thing, is being of service to others. That's why it's kind of embedded in the AA system as well. But yeah, walking outside is tremendous. I don't think anybody's demonizing weed. I think I'm demonizing habitual things that you don't actually need in your life. I don't think there's anything wrong with weed. I don't think there's anything wrong with alcohol either. But I think there's something wrong with people that need to do something every single day that they don't need to do. It's something deeper and beyond that. People that need to smoke every day, that's to me unhealthy. Call it what you want, but I think that's an addiction, and I think it's something that you don't need to do every day. It's not something you need to survive, and it's definitely not something that's making your life better in any way, in my opinion. So, could be wrong. I could be wrong, but that's just my opinion. If you have like a medical condition, maybe that's different. I know that it helps people with some sort of anxiety and PTSD, but yeah. Had a hard craving for alcohol last night, but went for a 2-mile walk instead. Really happy I did. That's great, Shiv. That's amazing, man. Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, when you get a craving and you just do something that's good for yourself, it feels so much better. It feels so much better to just do something like healthy, and then afterwards you just feel amazing. How long did it take for me to just stop a bad addiction? It's a really long time, man. A really long time. I got sober from like my sex addiction, I think like 3 years ago, which is a weird thing to quantify. I got sober from alcohol 2 years ago almost. In July, it's going to be 2 years. And then I haven't smoked a cigar in like a year and a half. I haven't drank a cup of coffee in a year. And I'm 35. So I've been an alcoholic for most of my life, since I could drink, basically. So I was an alcoholic for a really long time. Yeah, for sure. It is a wild one. It's a difficult thing to wrap your mind around because it's a natural thing that all living beings do, and it's actually a basic inherent need that we all need. But knowing what is a healthy amount and what is an unhealthy amount is really the key to it all. Who's my favorite battle that I've filmed? Man, I'm just gonna say recently, B-Dot versus the Saga. Filmed that yesterday, and it looks really cool. You guys want to see a little bit of it? All right. Let me just make this full screen. Boom. Hold on. Hold on.
I'm on a block with cats. That guy got your back. So I see no fault in you want to protect your family holding Glocks and straps. I get props to that. But the problem is that we become so fueled by vengeance on our own, we forget to leave it at the throne. We got God for that. So tell the cops to track. If you're trying to deal with mob attacks, swinging locks and bats, constant scraps, until we feel like our spot's intact, the homies stop dropping blacks. Then what your ancestors got for that? Go ahead with them God angels. Try before I honor.
Yeah, I love how that looks, like the silhouette. Yeah, like honestly, it's like one of the best battles I've ever shot. Like shot wise, like the silhouette and like the sun looks dope. Looks really cool. Yeah. So that's definitely one of my favorites that I've done recently. I also filmed like some intro shots with the drone, so those look pretty cool. And then I did the titles. They're inspired by Dark Side of the Ring, and I'm also using the intro music to Dark Side of the Ring, which was a humongous pain in the ass to get today, because YouTube has this weird thing that like they'll like block videos from being downloaded that are soundtracks, so you have to like buy them. So I did just go buy it on iTunes. But yeah. Who do I consider the GOAT? There's many GOATs, there's not just one. I smoked marijuana, cigarettes, and cigars as a teen, quit all three cold turkey in my early 30s. Derek, congrats on that, man. That's big. That's huge. Quitting cold turkey is big, man. You should feel proud of yourself for that. Sub, where would my dream location be to film a battle if I had unlimited budget? I would want to film a battle in an active volcano. How about that? Think about Loaded Lux versus Rum Nitty in an active volcano where they're floating on like an island of rock, and it's just it's just lava around them. I'm not kidding, but I'm not too at the same time. Like I think that would be really fire. I would also like to film a battle in fire too, and on an iceberg as well in Iceland. I think all that shit would be hilarious. Like it would be fucking cool, man. It's like over the top, but hey, you know, why not? You said unlimited budget, we can make it happen. You know, I like doing these rooftop ones because it's like the stage is cool and everything like that, but it's very limited what you can do, and it looks the same after a while. And then also in the studio, white background, black background, it kind of all looks the same after a while. So I like going outside, you know. First battle on Mars, yeah, exactly. Rap battles in space. Set it up, Elon Musk. You fuck. Get your fucking kid that's named a Python script code to judge it too. That kid's name is like ABWST1000 or something like that. His kid's name is literally Pi. It's the Pi algorithm. That kid is gonna get beat the fuck up. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking. AE314. Yeah, literally it's Pi. Isn't Pi 3.14 or am I tripping? Ooh, the Burj Khalifa. That would be fire. Yeah, filming a battle in Dubai would be wild. Nah, yeah, it's real A+. That's his real name. You know me, bruv. Alright, dude? See you in a bit. But yeah, I mean, back onto the topic at hand. Aeon Flux. That's hilarious, Amy. That's really funny. Yeah, I mean, I think quitting anything starts with kind of putting good habits back in place. And I think the best habit you can do is really being good to yourself. That's actually one of the boom. That's this one. This one, be good to you. That's my self-affirmation I have on my wall. And the ways that I think is really healthy of you being good to yourself is not only eating healthy and exercising, but being just educating yourself and really doing stuff like reading books every day that will make you think, and looking into yourself, going to therapy. Is faith big in my life? It is not. I don't really attach myself to any religion. I think I'm more spiritual than I used to be, and I'm probably going to grow a lot more into my spiritual side as I get older. But that doesn't really align with anything currently. I'm just like, I think there is a connection with the universe to us all. I don't really know what that is, but do your friends treat me differently now? Yeah, I mean, I'm less of a fucking piece of shit asshole to be around. So my friends definitely treat me a little bit differently. I mean, to be honest with you, man, I've grown distant from a lot of my good friends, unfortunately, but that's just life. And, you know, I don't value being social all the time, really. I like being alone, and I like doing stuff by myself a lot. I was never one of those people that I needed somebody with me to do everything. Like, hey, let's meet up and let's go run errands together all day. Like, I'll just run my errands alone. And if you want to kick it sometimes, maybe we can do that. How'd you start filming battles? Did you film anything before you got into the field? Yep, I was always into film. And how I got to film battles was I just started doing it. Literally, that's the whole story. In addiction counseling, we are taught to wake up and immediately make your bed. That way, you've at least done one thing that day. Funny, but it works. I've heard that too, and I've actually said that on this show today. Is that at the very least, you can wake up and make your bed, and that will start your day off right. Also, making your I was talking to Hollow about this. Is that creativity doesn't end, and we kind of think about creativity as being this thing that we need to harness and get in a certain mood to be creative or like anything like that. But creativity is always going on in your life. You're creative constantly. There's creativity embedded in everything. Even making your bed is creative. You're exercising some sort of creativity by doing anything in life. And I think when you adopt that perspective as well, it's exciting because then you're like, oh wow, like there are like all these aspects to me that are creative in different ways rather than just like art or like your passion, you know. What's my favorite battle I've ever done? There's so many. Rasta. I can't answer that, man. Yeah, I make my bed every day. Well, today it's not really. I made it really bad today. Well, it's usually a lot prettier than that. But usually, since I got up really early today, I didn't make it that good. So you caught me A+. It's decently enough. You know, the sheets are not on the floor, but usually I tuck it in. You know, I do all the good stuff. But today I fucked up. Just beat on sawgas to get out. Do you think the pressure of working on movies helps or hindered how you film battles? I think just my own expectations helped how I filmed battles. Honestly, I could do a lot better. I know I could always do better. There's a lot. Even like what I just filmed yesterday, there's like a lot of stuff that I'm like, fuck. So there's always room for growth. I'll just say that. Nat, go get that vitamin D. That sun. I should probably go do that. But I need to finish this battle, and then in 3 hours, I'm going to film more battles. The first battle I filmed was Dirtbag Dan versus the Coroner. And I'm not from LA originally. I'm from Denver, Colorado. But I've lived in California for 17 years now. I'm not a perfectionist metal making, no, by any means. Like, in no way, shape, and form. I can let things go, and I can let things be just how they are, and I'm cool with it. I do see the faults in things, and I definitely have a problem with expectations for myself. And I hold myself to really big expectations that is not always good or healthy. And I also do that to the people I love the most, which is a bad thing. And I'm learning to cope with that and work with that and not do that so much. But I can definitely let things go. So, Is there any type of film genre that I haven't shot? Do you have a bucket list of sorts in regards to camera work? No, I don't think I'm going to film anything besides battle rap for the rest of my life, to be honest with you. I think this is like my calling. I would like to do a music video that I had a bigger budget for. That'd be cool. And one that I just directed. That'd be really fun. Like if I just showed up and directed, and I'm just like telling people what to do, and they did a good job. That would be wild. I would love that, and I'd love to have. I like working with teams that all know what they're doing, so that's cool as well. Mike, thank you, man. I really appreciate that. But yeah. So, but you guys got any more questions? Anything to talk about? We'll wrap this up in 4 minutes. I know today was kind of all over the place. Does filming battles pay good, and does it differ from URL to King of the Dot? I'm very grateful for the money that I make from. I'll say this: I'm grateful for being paid a penny to film battles, and I will always be grateful for being able to have the amazing gift to do what I love for a living, and being able to survive off of it. And I wouldn't ask for anything more than that. I don't care about owning a house. I don't care about any material possessions personally. I don't care about how much money's in my bank account. I just care about being a good person and trying to make the things that I care about in the world better. So, when is the next Round for Round being released on YouTube? Tomorrow, man. I'm not going to be able to get one done today, but tomorrow I'll release one, and I'll go live tomorrow as well. So I'll do, I think we're going to do, I'll just take a look right now at who, never mind, I don't have it open. I don't know who I'm going to do tomorrow. Maybe Twerk versus Soul? Maybe. That'd be cool. But yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in for another ruin an hour. Apologize that my energy is low. Much love to everybody. Stay safe out there. Black Lives Matter. Read a book. Eat a vegetable. Eat some fruit. Drink a lot of water. Call your parents and tell them you love them. And yeah. Stay good. See you guys later.